Brought to you by Perez Tire Center, Aces Bail Bonds, Miranda & Sons Automotive, Bridgeport Auto Glass, Ramirez Spanish Restaurant, Haas Funeral Home.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to Super Elite Entertainment. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. I'm here broadcasting from my studio located in my home tonight. I'm really excited to be here. Excited on one side because, as you already know, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. Broadcasting has become a great part of my life, and I love being in front of the camera and connected to the microphone to be able to communicate with you, the viewing audience. And I think each and every one of you on a weekly basis who tune in and show your support and show your love, and you know, you're always there constantly watching all the broadcasts and all the shows that I put together and I put out there, and you're commenting and you're leaving likes and hearts, and you're constantly sharing our broadcast, and I truly appreciate that. But tonight I want to welcome you to the show. Tonight our show is called Praying with Music. Praying with Music. And we've been doing this show for the past couple of weeks. I want to say about 6 weeks, ever since we've been affected by COVID-19. And as you know, the main purpose of the show is so that we can pray as we listen to worship music that edifies and adores our Lord. So as we listen to the music, we're in prayer, and we're praying for those frontline workers who are out there on a day in and a day out basis, working extremely hard to protect us and to preserve our safety and security in our community. But tonight's going to be a little bit different. The reason why I say it's going to be a little bit different tonight is because it's been a long, hard week and a half. And if you follow me on Facebook, if you follow me on Instagram, most of you are aware of the fact that I went through a family situation where I just lost my brother, my blood brother, my brother. All right, same mother, same father, named Ivan Wilfredo Rodriguez. Some of you may know him if you're from the city of Bridgeport, if you grew up in the east side, around where the Coquito and where the Cagüeña used to be at. My brother Ivan Rodriguez, we lost tragically and suddenly just a few days ago. And just yesterday, well, not yesterday, but on Thursday, we laid him to rest. And we paid our last respects to him, and it was really, really hard, man. Really, really tough time for myself, for my family members. You know what's tough is that, first of all, it seems like it's not real. You know, it seems like it really hasn't happened. It really hasn't set in yet. Trust me, I've you know, maybe in person, maybe when I'm around you guys, especially my family members, you may not see me cry because I try to stay strong, but I've cried a whole lot in my solitude, in my lonely time. You know, I've shed a lot of tears, and especially for my brother, because, you know, my brother is, I mean, if you know him, if you know my brother Ivan Rodriguez, and I want to put his picture up on the screen, you know that my brother is an amazing person. If you know my brother, he's an amazing person, and, you know, it's no secret. It's no secret. I'm going to be honest with you. It's no secret. He struggled and he battled with addiction for many, many years with addiction. And I'm not saying this to belittle my brother or to make him look bad, all right? Because if he was alive, he would tell you himself his struggles. He would tell you himself what he, you know, was going through. And for many years, he struggled with his addiction. And, you know, his drug of choice, I believe, was heroin. You know, and unfortunately, I can't sit here and say that was the cause of his death a few days ago, because we're waiting for the result of the autopsy that has been conducted on his body. But there's a great possibility maybe that did play a role, and it kills us, because my brother was the type of person, man, that he was a really good guy. And what I mean by that is he would give you whatever he had. He was a funny person. I mean, he was the life of the party. He was always joking, and if anyone needed encouragement, was him. But yet he was always there to give someone else that encouragement that they needed. I mean, he would say something. You could be down and out. You could be ready at the point to commit suicide, and he would just say a simple little joke, and it would bring you back. Would put a smile on your face. That's the type of person he was. I mean, he was an influential person, a person that was loved by many. And my heart goes out to my nieces, Raquel and Amanda, and also my brother's little son, Giovanni. I mean, I know that especially Giovanni, I mean, my nieces are feeling it. They're going through it, and they're going to feel it for a really long time. But I can identify with my nephew Giovanni because he's only 8 years old. I believe 8 years old. When my father passed away, our father, Ivan Rodriguez Sr., I was 9 years old. So I can understand the mindset and what's to come for my nephew Giovanni. But we just want to let Rhea, his mom, know, my sister-in-law, know that I'm here for Giovanni. Our family's going to be there. Amanda and Raquel's going to be there for Giovanni. So anything that Giovanni will need, we're going to make sure that we're going to be there for him. We're going to support him, and we're going to be that father figure, that role model in his life. All right. So if Rhea, if you're watching, we want to let you know that we love you as well. And Giovanni, definitely we love him very much. And I'm a bit emotional. I'm a bit emotional, and I know that when you're broadcasting and you're doing something like this live, you're not supposed to lose control. That's the rule number one. You're not supposed to, cry and show your emotions. But tonight's a tough night for me, man. It's been a really, really tough night. But you know what? I just want to thank my family members. I want to thank all of my family members, all of my family members who came in to be a part of the funeral services, which were private. Really, really sucks because of the arrangements of the way the funeral was conducted. And what I mean by that is, with COVID-19 and the rules and regulations that the government has mandated, it was only 4 people allowed in a funeral home at one time. Really 5. 1 worker from the funeral home and 4 family members. So, we had to, keep switching up. 4 go in, 4 come out, 1 go in, 2 come in. And so the count was constantly 4. That's tough. That's really complicated, especially during a critical time when you want to say goodbye to a family member, to someone that you really, really love. But I want to take my hats off to Funeraria Luz de Paz, to Edgar Rodriguez, and to his staff at Funeraria Luz de Paz. You guys did an outstanding job. You guys were just simply amazing. And I take my hat off to each and every one of you who worked there at Funeraria Luz de Paz. But I want to thank my family members, all of you who came out there on Thursday night to pay your last respects to our family member, my brother Ivan Rodriguez. I want to thank all of you family members who couldn't make it, but yet you stood there watching live on Zoom the whole entire service. That was pretty amazing. I was really impressed by each and every one of you who just sat there in front of that little screen or looking at your phone for 3 hours for the duration of that funeral service. So, you know what? God bless each and every one of you, my family members, also friends, because there were friends on there as well who were watching, like my brother's friend named Rob, who originally from Bridgeport but now lives in Florida. He was a really, really good friend of my brother, and he was one of those who were always there supporting my brother in the darkest times of his life. And, Rob, I thank you, brother. I take my hat off to you. I thank you for being the friend that you were to my brother. I thank you for that, Rob, because you were that person that was always speaking. You were that little angel that was always speaking into his life. And I thank you for that. And I take my hat off to you, Rob, if you're watching right now. God bless you. And I pray that God will bless you and your family and that he will prosper you tremendously. But, tonight, I want to be that voice for my brother. I want to be that person that's able to say his testimony, because my brother had a powerful, extremely powerful testimony. And you know what? He's gone now. Okay, he's gone. But I'm going to be his voice tonight. And I'm going to tell you, man, that if he was here right now, he would tell each and every one of you that's watching, especially his children and his daughters, that he loves you extremely much. Also, I want to recognize my mother, Sonia Coriano, who, it was a tragic situation where, my mom, and I'm going to be very open with it. My mother is the one that found my brother laying on the ground in her living room at her home in Florida, all right, in Riverside, Florida, next to Tampa. My mom comes downstairs to make coffee. My mom comes downstairs to make coffee for my brother, and she finds him laying face down in her living room floor with blood coming out of his nose and out of his mouth. I think about it, and it's tough. I feel sad for him, I feel sad for him because I'm sure that when he was going through whatever it was he was going through at that moment, maybe he must have known that he was going through something at that moment. I don't know, but I truly believe that God gave him those couple of few minutes that he needed to make peace with our Heavenly Father. I believe that God gave him that opportunity to say, Lord, forgive me for what I have done. We grew up in church, right in Bridgeport, Connecticut. We grew up right there at Church of Christ on Hamilton Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut. So my brother knew the truth. We grew up in the Royal Rangers. When we were kids, we didn't want to go to church, but my grandmother would drag us by our ear, drag us to church. And I thank her for that. My grandmother, Adelaida Coriano, who's resting right now, at St. Michael's Cemetery. She would drag us to church. We didn't want to go. We participated in the Royal Rangers. We participated in Sunday school. And I thank God because her dragging us to church gave us the foundation we needed, gave us the exposure we needed to who God is and what God wanted to do in our life. So I believe my brother had faith. I believe that he believed in our Heavenly Father. And I believe that God gave him that opportunity right there before he closed his eyes for the last time and took his last breath. I believe that God gave him that opportunity to say, Lord, forgive me. I want to thank all his friends who came out to pay their last respects, who reached out to me and sent me countless messages, text messages, who inboxed me, who called me. There were so many of you. I can't clearly think right now of all the different names of all of you guys who reached out to me, but I thank you. I thank you for showing me that love and that support, because it was really felt. And I believe that my brother, who's in heaven, was looking down upon all of us this whole past week. He's seen when we were crying and we were suffering and we were going through it. I'm sure because of his addiction, there were times where he was out there in the streets, maybe in a shooting gallery, wherever. And I'm sure that while he was there, he was always thinking, how can I get out of this situation? How can I overcome this addiction? He struggled with it for years. And he would do good for months and months. He would do real good. And when he's clean, he's the type of person you want around you, whether he's clean or not. But when he's clean, you want him around you because he's funny, he's fun, he's amplified, and he's enjoyable to have around you. When he's clean, I mean, he's focused, he's a go-getter. He was known for wearing the best sneakers and the best Yankee hats. Always had a fresh Yankee hat on. Always had a brand new pair of Jordans, the latest. If the Jordans came out today, he was getting them today. So my brother, in spite of all the addictions and all the struggles he went through, he was always fresh, always kept his clothes fresh. He was nice and neat, always took care of himself. But I want to thank all of you, the friends who reached out to me, who showed me your love, who showed my family your love. I definitely want to thank, and listen, I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart who generously gave to the GoFundMe that I created. When I created the GoFundMe, I didn't think that I really wouldn't get anything in it. I set a goal of $7,000 on the GoFundMe. In 3 days, 2.5 days, we raised $6,500 in that GoFundMe. People who I don't even know gave to the GoFundMe. Names that were listed on there. I can't read all the names. I can't. But all the names that were listed on there, I can't mention all the names right now. But every single person that gave, I thank you. There were so many names on there, I didn't know who was who. You know, people who didn't even know my brother generously gave because I believe that God motivated them to give. And people are caring, people are generous, even during a tough time where COVID-19 is plaguing our community and we have lost so many lives. You know, but you that's watching right now, the general public, people who don't even know me, you gave to help me and my family to pay our last respects to my brother. And I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. I want to thank Moran Insurance Agency who gave. I want to thank Spark City Smoke and Vape, my buddy Z in the city of Bridgeport who gave. Miranda and Sons Automotive, Flacco, who gave. I want to thank Perez Tire Center, Benny Gonzalez, the owner of Perez Tire Center, who gave. And so many other businesses going through the struggle. Some of them aren't even open for business right now. And they still gave out of the kindness of their heart to help me and to help my family, to pay my last respects to my brother. So I thank you guys so much that gave to the GoFundMe. I want to thank also Chef Michael Martinez. Listen, Michael Martinez, I called him up short notice with 1 day. There was 1 day time frame. I can't even talk proper right now, but you know, we were short of time. And I called Mike up with just 1 day to work with. And I asked Michael, listen, can you cater some food for my family? You know, so that after we pay our last respects to my brother on Thursday, we can all come back to my house so that we can break bread and fellowship together and eat a good meal in memory of my brother. And Michael, without hesitation, said, consider it done. And he came, he showed up, he cooked some amazing food. He had the whole layout in my home waiting for me and my family when we got here so that we can enjoy the fellowship of each other with peace of mind. You know, so Michael, I thank you for that. And I want to encourage you guys that are watching, look for Michael's new restaurant that's going to be coming out sometime in June or July, around there, called Banderas, located in the city of Bridgeport. Banderas Latin Restaurant. It will be on Success Village, where Success Village is, Success Drive. Look for Michael's new restaurant that's going to be coming out. And my family members, you guys, my family, make sure that you support Michael Martinez's new restaurant. When he opens, make sure that you be one of the first ones that will be at his restaurant to show your love and support for him the same way he did to us in our time of need. I also want to thank my DOC, Department of Corrections family. You know, all my co-workers there at Department of Corrections. I want to thank you guys who sent me messages and text messages and emails and who showed me that love and support. I want to thank you for that. And I know I'm talking a lot and there's so much that I can say, but I just want to thank each and every one of you for being there for me and being there for my family and for the love and support. Man, it was felt, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate that. I want to let my mother know, because I know she's watching right now, Sonia Coriano, that, you know what, you lost one son, but you still have another one here. And you also have one in Boston, my other younger brother named Christian Rodriguez. You know, and Christian, I know you're watching, man. I want you to know that we love you as well. But I want my moms to know that, you know, you also have a daughter, my sister, Sonia Rodriguez, who's all the way out there in Arizona. We're gonna be here for you. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna support you. And just know that everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. All right. So, I said a lot so far, and I truly appreciate all of you guys that are watching. Thank you guys who are watching right now. I see my sister saying we love you. We love you, Jay talking. I could talk all day and I could keep going. And I truly appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. This is my passion. You know, one thing that I'm really grateful for is that before my brother passed away, I'm grateful for the fact that he was able to come down to my studio, which is located in downtown Bridgeport, the Super Elite Entertainment Studio. He was there, and he sat there while I was broadcasting a show. And, you know, he was watching and listening, and he was just sitting there the whole duration of the show, just taking it all in. And he was really impressed with the studio. And you know, I thank God that he was able to see that, you know, because, you know, us coming up in the city of Bridgeport, man, we lived a tough life. We lived a tough life, bouncing around from project to projects and running the streets on East Main Street and doing a lot of things that we should not have been doing. And, you know, but we lived a tough life. But yet God kept us, and he guided us through all the mess that we had to experience and go through as children and teenagers. And we made it this far, man. My brother passed away just a couple of days ago. To be exact, he passed away the 7th of May. And he passed away in Riverside, Florida. And he was 49 years old. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it was his addiction that killed him. Maybe it was. I don't know. We're waiting for the results of the autopsy. But what I do want to say is that in spite of his addiction, in spite of his struggles, in spite of everything he was going through, I will not sit here and judge him for his struggles. I will not sit here and judge him for every time he made the decision to get high. I won't judge him for that. Still love him to death. You know, whether he was high or sober, still love him to death. So if you have a family member that's going through the same situation, a family member that's struggling with addiction, you know what? Before you give up on them, I encourage you to please speak to them, talk to them, be patient with them, encourage them, just show them that love, just be there for them, be that listening ear. And I guarantee you that eventually at some point, it might take 30, 40, 50 years, but at some point, hopefully they will be able to get it. They will be able to get it. My brother struggled. He came in and out, he dipped and dabbed. Did good for months, then he'll fall short. Did good for months, relapse. That was you know, he was on a constant basis. That's what he would do. But even though he was always respectful, he was kind, he was loving, he cared for everyone, and he was just an enjoyable person to have around with you. So, what I want to do right now, I'm gonna play a video that I made. And this video that I made is highlighting my brother's life. This video I made is a memorial video of just showing you what type of individual my brother was. You're going to see some rough pictures. You're going to see some pictures of him even in jail. You're going to see some pictures when he's under the influence. You're going to see some pictures when he was at his best. My brother was an HVAC professional. And he installed HVAC systems in new buildings that were being constructed in Florida. And he loved his job. But you're going to see in the video. You're going to see in the video. I hope that you enjoy this video. I made it for him. I took hours out of my week ever since he passed away to make this video for him. And I dedicate this video to him. And I hope that if he's looking down watching right now, that he enjoys it and that he realizes that he is extremely missed and very loved by many. You guys enjoy this video. I'll be back once it's done. God bless. Enjoy the video, guys.
Los hijos de Eli desprecian tu casa, burlándose de lo que es santo y a ti ignorando. Pero ven a mi encuentro, Muéstrame tu gloria, tu gloria, tu voz yo quiero oír. Muéstrame tu gloria, tu gloria, tu gloria.
Yo, I'm about to beat this dude real quick.
Hey, yo! I'll see you there, big boy! Right there, it's gonna be down.
Cuando se olvide de tu ley, de ti me acordaré. La llama encendida mantendré, porque en la casa en que están los hijos de Eli, habla siempre un Samuel para oírte. Habla que tu siervo te oirá. Yo fui consagrada en tu altar. No importan los hijos de Eli, porque yo nací para adorarte. Cuando el sacerdote se duerma y la multitud se disperse, y aunque nadie quiera obedecerte, Señor, ven a buscarme, ven a buscarme. Muéstrame tu gloria, muéstrame tu gloria. ¿Cuántos quieren ver la gloria de Dios en este tiempo? Señor, somos Samuel en esta generación. Muéstranos tu gloria. Muéstrame tu gloria.
All right, so we here, Kissimmee, Florida.
300 feet.
We're about to go 300 feet on the Sky Coast. Let me show it to you. Hold on. Sky Coast. All the way in this.
What a rush.
Can you hack it? Can you do it?
Ain't got no choice now, I'm already here.
Well, we're already here, so let's make it happen.
La llama encendida mantendré, porque en la casa en que están los hijos de Eli, habla siempre un Samuel para oírte. Habla que tu siervo te oirá. Yo fui consagrada en tu altar. No importan los hijos de Eli, porque yo nací para adorarte. Cuando el sacerdote se duerma y la multitud se disperse, y aunque nadie quiera obedecerte, Señor, ven a buscarme, ven a buscarme. Muéstrame tu gloria, muéstrame tu gloria. ¿Cuántos quieren ver la gloria de Dios en este tiempo? Señor, somos Samuel en esta generación. Muéstranos tu gloria. Muéstrame tu gloria.
Three hours!
Muéstrame tu gloria, tu voz yo quiero oír. Y cuando el mundo se olvide de tu ley, de ti me acordaré. La llama encendida mantendré, porque en la casa en que están los hijos de Eli.
Yeah, the tricycle. One in front, one wheel and two in the back. Yeah. I'm like, damn, I hope this girl didn't go to East Man. And I'm looking for, about hours later, guess where she was at? In the closet in the hamper, knocked out. No way, Rap. For real?
Okay, I'm ready.
Wait a minute. It's my birthday, mommy. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Uncle
Tito.
Tito.
Hey, happy birthday to you.
Blow it. Curtis, blow here.
Vaya.
Curtis, blow.
How old are you?
You my Where Pimpy go?
Habla que tu siervo te oirá. Yo fui consagrado en tu altar. No importan los hijos de Eli, porque yo nací para adorarte. Con el sacerdote se derrama y la multitud se disperse. Lo que nadie quiere obedecerte. Señor, ven a buscarme. Habla que tu siervo te oirá. Yo fui consagrado en tu altar. No importan los hijos de Eli, porque yo nací para adorarte. Con el sacerdote se derrama y la multitud.
Easy money, baby. Easy money, baby. Watch and learn, son. Watch and learn, son. I don't talk when I teach. I say, watch and learn. If you can't do that, I don't need you on my team, son. I can do it by myself. Simple. Legoland, baby. Let's get it. Simple, bro. Simple. You can't do this, you feel me? Simple, dog. Let's get it.
Lo que nadie quiere obedecerte. Levanta tus manos. Ven a buscarme. Ven a buscarme. ti, Señor. Te adoro, Dios, y vengo a verte aquí. Estoy mejor aquí, estoy mejor ya. Te doy todo temor, lo rindo aquí, es tuyo hoy y yo confiaré en ti, esperaré en ti. Cántalo conmigo. Y pongo, eso es, para tu gloria. Levanta tus manos y vengo a verte aquí, oh Dios. Estoy mejor aquí, estoy mejor ya. Te doy todo temor, lo rindo aquí, es tuyo, yo confiaré en ti. Levante tus manos, decláralo. Esperaré en ti. Pongo mi fe en ti. Para tu gloria, decláralo conmigo y yo confiaré en ti, esperaré en ti, oh Dios, pongo mi fe en ti.
Tonight was hard and it really hurt, and my life will never be the same, but I'm gonna make it better, and I'm just gonna show like family more that I appreciate you guys so much, because life is very short and we never know when it's gonna end. And there's so many more things I wish I got to tell my dad that I didn't. And tonight, I know that he knows that he was so loved and that I love him. And he looked good. You look good, Dad. You did. So this one's for you. I don't even drink this shit, but I'm taking it for you.
All right. On three. 1, 2, 3. Oh. We do?
Everybody's good. All right. Everybody's good. This is for the nephew, man. Yeah. All right. Salud. That's the ping. Salud.
You ready to fight? Yeah. Oh. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battles. Yeah. This is how I fight my battles. Oh, yeah. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. Oh, this is how I fight my battle.
Welcome back to Super League Entertainment. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. And I hope that you enjoyed that video tribute that I made for my brother, Ivan Wilfredo Rodriguez Jr., who passed away May 7th, 2020, just days ago. Passed away in Riverside, Florida. We had him shipped here to Bridgeport, Connecticut, where we were able to pay our last respects to him at Funeraria Luz de Paz. That video speaks for itself. He was everything. He was the life of the party, loved to work, loved to look good. He was an encourager, a motivator, loved people, struggled for years with his addiction. He made it to age 49. And, there's a reason for everything that takes place under the sun. And God only knows why he was taken at such a young age, because 49 is young. But I just thank my brother for being a brother to me for the 46 years of my life that I've been here on earth. And I thank him for all the number of times that we were able to speak, hang out, whether we were doing wrong or right, because we did a little of both together throughout our years growing up in the city of Bridgeport. But I'm thankful for the fact that just this past March, he actually was here with me at my house with my mom, and he stood upstairs, slept in one of the rooms in my house, and got up the next morning, cooked him and my mom breakfast. I was flipping some bacon and some eggs, and it's funny because that morning I didn't have any bacon, so we decided to take a ride to go and get some bacon at the store not far from my house. And when I grabbed 2 packs of bacon, for 2 packs of bacon it was $20. And he was a funny dude, man. He when I told him how much 2 packs of bacon was, he was like, "What?" He was telling me, "Put it back so that we can go to Walmart and get some bacon for cheaper," which we did. I put the bacon back and we went and got some cheaper bacon at Walmart. But I'm grateful that I was able to spend those days with him in March, where he stood in my house. I was able to cook for him and my mom breakfast, and we sat there in my living room and we watched a few movies, and we watched some music videos, like the videos that I played during this broadcast, Praying with Music. And one of the videos that he really enjoyed, that I showed him that night when we were in my living room, is a video that I play every week by Jota A, called Muéstrame tu Gloria, Lord, Show Me Your Glory. My brother loved that video. He loved that song, and that's the video that I'm going to show tonight to close out tonight's broadcast. As you know, I usually do Praying with Music every single Saturdays for 2 hours. But tonight, like I said, it's going to be a little different. Tonight was dedicated to my brother, dedicated to his life, dedicated to who he was in our lives, and on who he was in this world, and I just thank him for being my brother. Thank him for being always good to me. I'm sure that there were many days when he was down and out, going through his struggles, that he hid things from me, hid things from my family members. I'm sure that there was many times that he avoided me and avoided family members because of what he was going through. But if you're watching right now and you're struggling with addiction, you're struggling with something in your life, I encourage you to speak to someone. Open up, reach out to someone. If you, I know it's hard. Addiction is hard. And I take my hat off to any person that finds it within themselves to overcome drug addiction, heroin, crack, meth, powerful addictions that destroy lives. People who have been on it for 20, 30, 40 years, and then one day they just say, "This is it." And they overcome it and they make the decision, I'm not going back. I'm not going back because, because of my health. I'm not going back because I want to have a clean, sober life. I'm not going back because, I want to extend the longevity of my life. I'm going to do it for my wife. I'm going to do it for my girlfriend. I'm going to do it for my kids. Man, I take my hat off to any person who finds the ability to overcome any of those addictions, because I know it can be hard. I know. I've never been a drug addict. I've never been addicted to any kind of drugs, but I've had a lot of family members who have, and I still have family members who are addicted to drugs. So I know how impossible it is to overcome addiction. But if you look up to our Heavenly Father and just say, Lord, help me. Help me to overcome. The Bible says that greater is He that's in us than he that's in the world. God will give you the strength. He will give you that unction you need to overcome that addiction. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because I know it ain't going to be easy. I know it's not going to be easy. I've been working in the criminal justice system for years. I worked in the halfway houses for years. So I'm around addiction. I'm around, men who come into our custody that's kicking dope, locked in a cell, feeling the pains, what we call back in the day, we used to call it the monkey on their back. I see it. I know that it's not easy. But if you really, really want it, the resources are there. God is there. There's programs, there's therapy, there's AA, there's NA. Whatever you need to overcome, whatever it is that you're going through, there's a solution for it. You just have to reach out and grab a hold of it and make it a part of your life. So, I just want to thank each and every one of you for sharing this amazing evening with me, sharing this amazing moment with me, to remember my brother Ivan Rodriguez Jr., who passed away May 7th, a week ago this year. I know that he will rest in peace. As much as it kills me mentally knowing that I will never on this earth see him again, I truly believe that after this life, in the next life, in heaven with our Heavenly Father, I believe that I will see him again. I'll see Albert, my stepfather, who passed away 18 months ago. I'll see my grandmother, Adelara Coriano. I'll see my grandfather, Bernardo Coriano. I'll see my cousin, Papa Coriano. I'll see my brother and so many other family members and friends who have passed on. Again, if you're struggling from addiction, you can reach out to me. I guarantee you, I'll provide you with some resources. I'll point you in the right direction. I'll take you to the program myself. I've done that. I'll take you to the program myself. Teen Challenge, Helping Hand. There's a multitude of programs out there, free of charge, that will take you in right now and provide you with the love and the care that you need, and most importantly, the assistance you need to overcome your addiction. I want to give a big shout out to a good friend of mine named Edward Figueroa, who's watching. Ed, I appreciate you, brother. Matter of fact, he will be on the show Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Edward Figueroa. He's out there right now in Waterbury, Connecticut, working at the addiction program called McAuliffe House, which is in Waterbury, Connecticut. Not sure if I'm pronouncing the name properly, and I apologize for messing up the name of the program, but Edward Figueroa runs a program called Warriors Empowerment Group, which is right there in Waterbury, Connecticut. Powerful program. There you go. That's a resource. If you need help, reach out to Edward Figueroa or tune in this Tuesday night at 7 o'clock so that you can be introduced to who he is and to who Warriors Empowerment Group is all about. Again, you guys, I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending this hour with me to remember my brother, Ivan Wilfredo Rodriguez. I want to thank all my family members that are watching, because I know there are a lot of you that are watching. I see all the comments right now. I have it right here in front of me. I can see all the comments that you guys are leaving. I can see all of you guys that are watching. My sister saying I love you too. All the way out there in Arizona. My niece Melissa Texero's watching. Joanne My brother's ex-girlfriend, Joanne Martinez, is watching. I see you, Joanne. I wish you the best. And I congratulate you on all your success and all the great accomplishments that you have accomplished. Because I know you've been out there on the grind, working really hard. And I congratulate you for that, Joanne. Janet Ramirez, rest in peace. Bing, we miss you. Dolly Villafane, I see you, Villa. Absolutely, seek him and you should overcome. My Aunt Carol Rodriguez is watching. The joy of the Lord is our strength. No doubt about it. You know, God is the all-powerful, the all-knowing. He will give you all the strength you need to overcome if you just put it at his hands. Put it in his hands and just kneel at his feet. Bruni De Leon, there's help out there if you really want to change. Absolutely, I agree with you. Carmen Hernandez, how you doing, Carmen? From our neighborhood. We grew up on Sherman Street, Booth Street, Nickel Street, East Main Street, Waterview. Carmen Hernandez is saying, may our Almighty Father give you your sister Sonia and especially your mom some peace and comfort at this time. Thank you, Carmen. Bill Lucas, I see you, Billy. Grew up with Billy. We all grew up in church together, man, at Church of Christ, right there in Hamilton Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Bill, I see you. Much love to you and your family, Billy. Lisette Diaz, incredible video. Thank you. Thank you, Lisette. And my cousin Lisa Ortiz is watching way out there in Tampa, Florida. She's saying, rest in internal peace, my brother. You are in the arms of our beautiful Ma Adela Coriano. My niece Claudia Barrios is watching way out there in Arizona. She's saying, amen. Martha Cruz, my Aunt Martha Cruz, who was also here with us at the funeral home here in my home. You know, I send much love to Martha Cruz, my aunt. Warrior right there. A warrior. OG, old school warrior who overcame addiction and you know, is still here with us. You know, I got much respect for you, Martha. Hands down. Christina Stewart, that was beautiful. My cousin Conrad Diaz saying, please send that to me. I'll definitely send it to you, Conrad. Evelyn Ruiz, beautiful. May he rest in peace. Evelyn Cajikas, beautiful. Karen, my Aunt Karen, is saying, beautiful, Jason. He will be missed and loved. Yes, he will. And, you know, I'm going to encourage you guys that are watching to pray for my uncle, my Aunt Karen Coriano, her husband, my uncle, Juan Coriano, who's my mom's brother, who's going through a tough time, battling a liver disease. You know, he's on the donors list waiting for a liver transplant. And we're praying for him. All of us are praying for him, that God will intervene and that God will provide that source, that person, that resource, you know, to hopefully preserve his life. You know, so we pray for my uncle Juan Coriano, known as Jalopy. He used to own a gas station in Bridgeport for many years by the Pequonics, called South Ave Auto, a Sunoco gas station that was right there on the side of the Pequonics. My uncle's gas station, South Ave Auto. He owned that for many years. Really good mechanic. Everyone knows him in the city of Bridgeport. Terry Ramos is saying, beautiful tribute to your beloved brother. Thank you, Terry. And so many of you have left comments. Robert Velez Jr., the most valuable poet, is watching. And he says, have a blessed show. Once again, my condolences to you and your family. Pray that the Lord brings you unity to your family. Victor Colon, my brother Vic, God bless you. And he's telling my brother, rejoice in heaven. Amanda, my niece, is saying he was loved so much by so many. Yes, he was. I see my buddy Z watching as well from Spark City Smoke and Vape. You know, I thank you guys. I see you, Lucy. You're watching as well. Yaya Lexus. Tasha Agosto. I wish I can go through all of these names. I see you, Rob. I got much respect for you. I see you watching, Rob. You know, you're a good brother, man. You were one of those big, great influencers in my brother's life. You was a role model, and you was there for him during his darkest times and during his good days as well. And, you know, I take my hat off to you. And I thank you for being that friend that you were to my brother. Trust me, I know he's looking down from heaven right now saying, Rob, thank you. I guarantee you that. Kerry Cotto, I see you. You're watching. Childhood friend Molleto, FPV. Love you guys from Molleto. Definitely, brother, we see you. Naomi, my cousin Naomi is watching. Dayasha Johnson. I see you, Dayasha. Linda De Jesus. So many of you guys. Ephraim Rodriguez, I see you, my brother. We love you. It's Melissa and Danny. Yep, we see you, Ephraim. And so many of you guys. I know I'm going through all of these, but I just want to thank you. Benny Gonzalez, man, I see you. Bachata pop artist, my brother, Benny Gonzalez is watching. And he's saying prayers to you and your family. Thank you, Benny. I appreciate that. We gained a brother. We love you, Rob. No doubt about it. We love you, Rob. And so many of you guys, I thank you for all the comments. Tonight has been, it's been a tough night. Just hitting 1 hour into our broadcast. I want to thank you guys for sticking it out with me. Tonight's broadcast was dedicated to my brother, who passed away May 7th, Wilfredo Rodriguez. This broadcast was dedicated to him. And, you know, we know that you're going to rest in peace. We know that you're in a better place. You're right there rejoicing. You got a brand new body. You ain't got to worry about your diabetes no more because he suffered from diabetes. You ain't got to worry about any health concerns anymore. All of those have been wiped away. You got a brand new body now. You up there doing what you usually do, bouncing around and you're making the angels right now laugh. There's a party in heaven and they're rejoicing with you. And I know that eventually one day we ourselves are going to be there to rejoice with you as well. I want to thank each and every one of you who tuned in tonight. Thank each and every one of you who donated generously to the GoFundMe that we started for my brother. I want to thank all my family members who watch. I want to thank all his friends. I want to thank all my friends who don't even know my brother, but you're right there watching and listening to my voice. I know I could talk a lot. I'm a big talker, man. I'm a big talker. I want to thank, Luz de Paz Funeral Home for your services to my family and for taking care of my brother in such a professional manner. I want to thank again Chef Michael Martinez for the food catering service he provided to me and my family members. After we paid our last respects to my brother, we were able to come here to my house and we ate pleasantly. We ate really good. So I thank you, Mike, for your hospitality. And I thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Again, I'm your friend, your brother, your boy, your homeboy. I'm everything to you. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And I pray that if you have an opportunity to tune in Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, we're going to be doing this all over again with Edward Figueroa. He'll be on the hot seat at the studio in the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. I'm going to leave you with this song that my brother really liked when he was here in March and we sat in my living room and we watched the video together. He was like, wow. He loved it. I'm going to leave you with this song by Jota A called Muéstrame tu Gloria. I hope you guys enjoy it. God bless you. Have a good night. Stay safe. And remember, I love all of you. Take care, guys. Take care.
Señor, los hijos de Eli desprecian tu casa, burlándose de lo que es santo y a ti ignorando. Pero ven a mi encuentro, muéstrame tu gloria, tu gloria, tu voz yo quiero oír. tu gloria, tu gloria, tu voz yo quiero oír. Y cuando el mundo se olvide de tu ley, de ti me acordaré. La llama encendida mantendré, porque en la casa en que están los hijos de Eli, habla siempre un Samuel para oírte. Habla que tu siervo te oirá. Yo fui consagrada en tu altar, no importan los hijos de Eli, porque yo nací para adorarte. Cuando el sacerdote se duerma y la multitud se disperse, yo que nadie quiero obedecerte. Señor, ven a buscarme, ven a buscarme, muéstrame tu gloria, muéstrame tu gloria. ¿Cuántos quieren ver la gloria de Dios en este tiempo? Señor, somos Samuel en esta generación. Muéstranos tu gloria. Muéstrame tu gloria. Una vez más cantamos. Muéstrame tu gloria, tu voz yo quiero oír. Y cuando el mundo se olvide de tu ley, de ti me acordaré. La llama encendida mantendré, porque en la casa en que están los hijos de Eli, habrá siempre un Samuel para oírte. Habla que tu siervo te oirá. Yo fui consagrada en tu altar, no importan los hijos de Eli, porque yo nací para adorarte. Cuando el sacerdote se duerma y la multitud se disperse, yo que nadie quiero obedecerte. Señor, ven a buscarme, habla que tu siervo te oirá. Yo fui consagrada en tu altar, no importan los hijos de Eli, porque yo nací para adorarte. Cuando el sacerdote se duerma y la multitud se disperse, yo que nadie quiero obedecerte. Levanta tus manos, ven a buscarme, ven a buscarme, muéstrame tu gloria. Señor, Señor, ven a buscarme, ven a buscarme, muéstrame tu gloria. Muéstrame tu gloria. Heme aquí, Señor, heme aquí, Señor. Habla, Dios, háblame y tócame con brasas de tu altar. al Señor.